Yo, what is good, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today I am here to say something that might blow some Celtics fans' minds. Now, obviously, you've seen the Heat. They actually beat the Boston Celtics, going up 2-0 in the NBA playoffs. Now, how are the Heat this good, and what was the thing I'm mainly talking about? Now, first, before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a like on this video. I also have a second channel, link to that is in the description. I'll have gaming videos there. But a few hours ago, there was this thing of the Boston Celtics. Marcus Smart, everyone knows he's the backbone of the Boston Celtics. If you disagree, tell me and who you think the backbone should be on the Boston Celtics. Now, after they lost to the Miami Heat, he said this in the Celtics locker room. He comes out and say, y'all on that BS. And then teams are imploding. Marcus Smart is in the bathroom and there is still screaming from the locker room. Now, Marcus Smart, he's known to be aggressive like this. He's known to say stuff like this, and there were also loud clanks, like someone throwing items, coming from the Celtics locker room. So you can see Marcus Smart and also the Celtics are frustrated in the game and how they are performing. Now, the Miami Heat, they play excellently well. They are well coached. So I do believe that Miami Heat can take out the Boston Celtics. Now, just to remind you, the Miami Heat are only the 5th seed in the East. They are number 5 in the East, and they are making it this far in the NBA playoffs. They knocked off the Indiana Pacers in the sweep. Only lost one game in this series. Only lost one game in the whole playoffs so far. Lost one to the Milwaukee Bucks in Game 4, but they did close out the Bucks in Game 5. And now they're up 2-0 against the Boston Celtics. Now, how are they this good? And what is happening to the rest of the week? Now, obviously, people know they got the former Finals MVP, Andre Iguodala. To me, he's a perfect matchup for LeBron if they meet in the NBA Finals. Jay Crowder, he's an excellent three-point shooter, also former teammate of LeBron James for only half a season. He's a great three-point shooter. And I believe he is starting the power forward position for the Miami Heat. So I believe that he can do excellently well. Butler is an excellent well defender. If you didn't see in Game 1 in overtime, Bam Adebayo blocked Jason Tatum's dunk. So the Heat have excellent defense and excellent offense from Dragic, Tyler Hero, who has been being a hero these past days for those games. And they've been really just doing everything right now. The Boston Celtics, they are excellent. They play great, but the Miami Heat just overplayed them. And in the third quarter, the Boston Celtics were up by double digits, I believe, but they blew the lead. And then the Miami Heat just came storming back, and I believe the Boston Celtics had 20 turnovers in the third quarter. And looking at the box score for this game, I don't believe anybody really showed up for this game. Now, obviously, people are going to get frustrated based on how this game went, but I don't believe too many people would show up in this game. And for the Miami Heat, the person that really showed up was Dragic and Bam. Their best player, Jimmy Butler, only had 14 points. Bam had a double-double, and then Dragic was just playing absolutely well. 25 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists, playing 34 minutes. For the Celtics, most of their starters, except Daniel Dice, scored double digits. 21 for Tatum, played 42 minutes. Brown played 39, he had 21. Daniel Dice, he played 32 minutes, he had 6 points. Marcus Smart, he had 14 points. And then obviously Kemba Walker had 23. So you can see not many people would show up in these games. And I realized it in all these Boston Celtics games because off the bench, Wanamaker had 7, Canner had 9, Grant Williams didn't even score. Neither did Semi Joey, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but whatever. And then Romeo Langford. But for the Heat, lots of people would come off the bench and do lots of things. Off their bench, Tyler Hero, 11 points, 5 for Olynyk, and then the rest of them didn't really score, but they did get some high watching plays too. Like Kendrick Nunn, and it's surprising how the Heat are actually putting Nunn off the bench because he was a starter during the season, as the Miami Heat closed it out 106 to 101 because at halftime the score was, if I'm not mistaken, it was Miami was 47, and then Boston, if I add up the scores, it would have been 60. So Boston was up 13 basically. So looking at them falling apart at the end is just a little bit disappointing, but everyone knows things can always change in game 3, like how Toronto changed it off. So if you have enjoyed, be sure to subscribe, turn on the notifications, and I'll see you in my next video. And I'm out. Peace.